Lock up your bikes and feel the heat. It's time for another episode of Like a Podcast, aka Podcast Gago Toku. I'm Jordan, and with me, as always, is Argyle.
Hello.
It's been a week. You have computer exploding disease.
Yeah, as you said in the tweet.
Yeah,
I'm very sorry, everyone.
It's okay.
Our show is cursed. We've had to
delay
so many episodes.
Kuze cursed our podcast to get owned every
other
week.
Every time we delay a week, that's us fighting Kuze in real life. We fight
it's
the actor.
No, I was more saying that Kuze's spirit has infested our podcast, and he's given it the sort of ownedness of his own sort of specter.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like we're cursed by Kuze, who is dead in 2020. I don't think he made it that long. He was pretty old as shit.
He's probably still alive, right?
He lost too many fights
only like
in prison.
50 in 1988. He's probably still alive.
Yeah, he's rocking his 80s. He's still getting into fights, but he's even worse than he already was. Has anything interesting happened in the week that we were off? I started playing Fire Emblem. That has ruined my brain, so...
I started playing Fall Guys, but like I haven't been able to play
Fall Guys is good.
Fall Guys is good. I should play more of it tonight after we're done recording.
Yeah. You've won some Fall Guy.
I've won some Fall Guy. I won 2 in a row.
I was almost there to watch your first win, but the servers, they're sick, and they snatched that tail right away from you at the end, and I was there to see it, and I was very mad about it.
Yeah. And then me and Max, we made it to the final round like 5 times, but I didn't win any of those either. I didn't win until I was on my own. I'm better as a solo artist. That's why I'm quitting the podcast.
You're gonna go solo. Speaking of men going solo and a guy taking the fall, Kiryu Kazuma. Many are saying this guy took the fall for Nishiki after he killed Sohei Dojima. Shall we talk about Yakuza?
Yakuza.
Or Ryu Gago Toku, Kiwami. Chapter 2, I believe
But first!
Yes?
There's a little prologue cutscene
yes.
in Kiwami.
What's up with that? I don't fucking know.
We're in the Tojo family headquarters, and there's some guys. They don't have names. They're just like, this whole shit with Kiryu and Dojima is all fucked up. This is so complicated.
It sounds like you're playing the dub. This fucking bullshit is all fucked up.
Yeah, they're like kicking the table. They're yelling. They're like, what the hell? This doesn't make any sense. Why would Kiryu do this? This has made everything so complicated. It would have been so much simpler if Nishiki had done it. What if we just got Nishiki and framed him for it? And Nishiki is like, he's literally, I'm not joking when I say this, he's right, like, in the shadow of a door frame, like, watching them clenching his fists, like, and that's pretty much it.
I like that RGG Studios felt necessary to add this scene into the game as if it was anything other than, like, a funny joke, basically.
They added in a lot of Nishiki scenes.
I know, but like some of the other stuff was kind of trying to do something. I guess this is just to tell gamers
this is
that they're
like
getting some extra.
This is like, you need to... Nishiki feels bad for what he did, but also everybody's like, Nishiki's fucking worthless. We hate him.
We hate Nishiki. I'm putting out a statement. I'm using Tweet Longer to put out a statement that here at Podcast Gago Toku, we think Nishiki is good, and I think he's really neat, and I liked his Yakuza Zero suit a lot more. I like Zero suit Nishiki, but his black and white suit, he looks great. He's just a great guy. I think his hair could use a little updating though for the modern age. The 90s onward. I think
that'll
his hair,
happen. Don't worry, it's fine.
Maybe
it's
if
fine.
he slicked it back or something. Yeah,
I'm still talking about my prologue. Shut up.
I was making a funny joke. What is that?
Really?
So this is huh?
What was the funny joke?
Oh, the joke was that it would be funny if Nishiki slicked his hair back, because he doesn't.
He doesn't do that. Anyways.
No, he never does that.
Yeah, so then we get another cutscene. I'm still not done. So we get another cutscene of Reina and Nishiki and Serena. Reina's like, dude, what the fuck? How could you you promised to protect Yumi and then now she's just gone? Like, it's been 2 days, dude. Are you serious?
I really love Nishiki's trend And this is even funnier because these cutscenes were added after Yakuza 0, that whenever Nishiki promises to protect a woman, he always loses her immediately.
Yeah.
He's like, I will do everything in my power to protect, for you, Tachibana. I will protect your sister with my life. Oh, where'd she go? And then he's like, don't worry, Kiryu, I'll watch over Yumi. It'll be oh, she's gone? Oh, shit.
Yeah, so Reina's like, dude, come on, man. Like, how could this happen? What are you doing?
Nishiki!
And Nishiki, he does slap Reina.
Oh, Nishiki!
Yeah.
All right, now I'm pulling up my notes app, and I'm releasing another statement on our Twitter. Nishiki does hit women. I'm sorry for defending Nishiki. I'm not a Nishiki defender. He does hit women.
He doesn't seem very happy about it. I mean, I'm not justifying his actions, but he is like kind of like, what the fuck did I just do?
I believe that this is the last main character in a Yakuza series that hits a woman. It never happens again. Kiryu doesn't do that. That's not a joke. Like that's not a
Majima would never do that.
Majima would never hit a woman. Kiryu definitely. This is not a joke. This is not a goof. Kiryu has never and will never hit a woman. And
prepare the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme.
No, it doesn't happen.
Anyways,
Yakuza 7 proves it.
Yeah, well, I mean in gameplay terms, Kiryu would never hit a woman. In story terms, too. That's what they call that's the lack of ludonarrative
harmony.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's ludonarrative harmony is that Kiryu in cutscenes and in gameplay cannot under any circumstance attack a woman
ever. Anyway,
Thank you, Kiryu.
So that's our first that's our first cutscenes done. Now we can get to the actual. Well, I mean, we did extra scenes in the last chapter, but we're gonna keep getting extra scenes of what happened in Nishiki in the intervening 10 years.
Yeah.
So then we go to the chapter title, and I'm gonna let you do this because you wanted to do it so badly earlier.
Well, it's what is it? December 5th, 2005. I believe for you it's called 10 Years Gone.
Yes.
Mine is just called 10 Years Later. They thought that was too complicated for the Americans.
It's not even that good of a chapter title, and they made it work.
It's a terrible chapter. It's more of an intro to the chapter than the actual title itself. But that's what they decided to call it.
Also, the first two chapters are the only ones with dates because those are the only ones that have a 10-year time skip in between them.
Yes. We see Kiryu. He's in. There's like some pre-establishing shots that Kamurocho has changed. It's different
It's
now.
mostly just people have cell phones now. That's the biggest
basically,
change.
People have flip phones, and Kiryu is 10 years older, yet he's looking always as he ever was.
Yeah, he's no longer shaved like he was. Yeah, he just
let
has
him grow it back.
The same hairstyle again.
Yeah.
Do
you think that he went to like the prison barbershop and he's like, make me look like this?
Make me look like this. I'm the Dragon of Dojima. You know how I like it.
He shows him the cover
art
for
I don't.
Yakuza 1, and he's like, this is it. Make me look like this. Kiryu gets a letter for the first time in 10 years. No one has written him this entire time, even though they could have, which sucks.
Before he gets the letter, we see a little shot of his parole getting approved.
Congratulations, Kiryu.
He's been a good boy.
Free.
And
10
he's
years
going to
for a murder.
He's going to celebrate by immediately just beating the shit out of 1 million people in the streets of Kamurocho. But that's fine.
God.
That's not a parole violation.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Do you think that 10 years is like an appropriate amount of time?
I never even thought. It never even like clocked for me. But just remember, this whole game, Kiryu is on parole.
I never thought about that. He ends up on the news later. for a thing that he does. How the fuck is he out of jail?
He's on the news for beating up 1,000 men for assault.
Well, who's this fucking parole officer? Is it Date?
Dude, he's got the best parole officer in the world, man.
God, I mean, realistically, it must be some Yakuza backroom dealings that they're just like, put him back out on the street. Like Masaru Sera's like, keep an eye on this fucker. We love Kiryu. He would never go back to jail. We get a letter from Kazuma Oyabun, or Fuma Oyabun, and we also find out that, unfortunately... Oh, actually, no. We get this weird, extra cutscene. You got this, right?
Yeah. Of course I did.
So Kazuma's at Tojo HQ. This is, like, setting up the letter, I guess. There's an awesome shot of like all of the Yakuza in the entire world bow, like they do the cool like
we get this like every time anyone goes to Tojo Clan. It's like to do a fight.
I don't think we've had this happen in the game yet, but it happens all the time. It's like doing the wave at a sporting event, except it's bowing when Kazuma walks by.
Yeah, it's good. I like to see.
It's sick to see and it's up for like a high angle, so you can see all of the ripple effect. It rules.
Yeah, and then as he's walking in, who pulls up behind him but Futoshi Shimano? It's Wario, the boy.
This is the weirdest shit. Okay, so
he
I've
looks exactly the same
about...
as he did 20 years ago, and I'm pretty sure he's wearing the same suit, too.
When you look like that, how much can you really change your face? So a weird thing about Yakuza... I've talked about Mako Date as opposed to Makoto Date. There's two more that I've already got. Now, to skip ahead a little bit, we find out Futoshi Shimano in the dub is called Futo Shimano.
Sure.
Which is really funny to me because
of their names.
Yeah, fine. Futo Shimano. And then, but the weirdest one is Masaru Sera is now Chairman Masa Sera. Like, why?
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Yeah, so Shimano is here. They're in the cool boardroom that we saw in the last game. And Chairman Sera has called a meeting and we also get a look at Akira Nishikiyama. We get the name card again because I guess now that he's undergone time skip disease, he's grown and he's matured, so now he's Nishikiyama instead of Nishiki.
Yeah.
Describe how Nishiki looks now.
Well, I mean, he kind of looks the same. Like, he's still wearing he's got the white suit coat and the black shirt, but now he's got it all buttoned up. He's got a white tie on. And the biggest visible change is that he's got his hair slicked all the way back.
Yeah, and he's got a look on his face, too.
Yeah, he's got a look on his face. Like, I've got the chapter going in the background as we do this. I think. And I'm just looking at his face, and he looks sinister. He does not look like the boy that we loved 20 years.
Yeah, he hit a woman, and now he's evil.
Yeah, we find out that he is now Akira Nishikiyama, patriarch of the Nishikiyama family, a Tojo Clan subsidiary. So he is.
Remember how Kiryu was about to get his own family? Well, Kiryu went to jail, and someone had to do it. So.
Yeah, Nishiki's one of the big boys now.
Yeah, so he did it. I mean, look at him. He looks like that now, so...
He does look like that now.
10 years have gone by, and now... I mean, he doesn't look any older. He just looks more sinister. Nishiki... Kazuma's like, what? Like, all the Yakuza don't know why they're here. And then Nishiki's like, Chairman Sera, I heard there's a rumor that 10 billion yen was stolen out of the Tojo Clan bank account at Todo Bank. Is that true? And Shimano hates it. He's pissed.
Yeah, everyone's like, wait, whoa, what?
Huh? What? Huh? People think Nishikiyama is bullshitting. That's why I think that's why Shimano says Shimano, by the way, voiced by Michael Madsen in the dub, and he goes, "You'll lose more than a finger if you're feeding me bullshit."
Yeah, I mean, he says that in this.
Yeah, but he says it in Michael Madsen voice.
Okay, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Does he do a good job? How's he do?
You know what? You know my pre-prepared answer for the entire dub is that they're all trying their best.
They're trying their best.
They're trying so hard.
You get an A for effort, and you get a little gold star.
So you get like a C for execution, but an A for effort all the way across the board.
You know deep down it doesn't really mean anything.
No, it doesn't mean.
And Sarah says, okay, yeah, I wanted to kind of substantiate that first, but yeah, we did have all 10 billion of our dollars.
Yeah, it's not just 10 billion yen. It's all money. It's all the money that they have ever had. Nishiki also says that he found out about it from Terada, the lieutenant of the Omi Alliance.
Yeah.
And then, Shimano is...
Pay attention to that name, Terada.
Yeah, Terada will come back.
Terada will come back. In this chapter, too.
Yes. Shimano cannot believe that all of the money is gone.
He's pissed.
Shimano calls Sarah a fucking prick in the English, and then Kazuma's like, don't remember who you're talking to. Respect the chairman. You don't know what he did in 1988. He saved this whole clan from Dojima.
Yeah.
And then Kazuma looks at Nishiki and as if these two characters have not interacted in 10 years, Kazuma looks at Nishikiyama and Nishikiyama makes like sinister smile face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that that's kind of
that's it. And then we're back in jail.
Oh yeah, we're back in jail. Kiryu's reading the letter, and it says, Kiryu, in the last 10 years, the Tojo clan has changed. In what way? I don't know.
Don't worry about it. This is not my business to tell you. Now, Kiryu, I think you are leaving jail, so it might be good for you to be filled in. However, for reasons unknown, I cannot inform you in this letter. I also can't come to pick you up, so you're on your own.
Yeah, I can't do anything. But we do need to talk about Nishiki and Yumi, and also I need you to go to this club called Stardust and meet a man named Kazuki there. That's all I can tell you.
This is important.
Yeah, this is important.
Yeah. So Kiryu has been released from prison. Congratulations.
He takes a train back to the city. He's back under the Tenkaichi Street Gate.
Beyond the fact that everyone has cell phones now, the city looks almost exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Have you unlocked the thing, like, moving forward a little bit, have you been able to explore the rest of the city yet? Because I can't.
No, they block off like every street.
Fuck!
In this part. Yeah.
We're never going to be able to talk about the thing. We have to wait till next week.
Yeah, we can't talk about the thing. We cannot
because
talk
next week we don't get to explore the city at all.
Yeah, we're not even in Kamurocho next week.
This is fucking bullshit. Can we just talk about it already? Because it's 2005.
Yeah, it's 2005. There's a big ass fucking building in the middle of Kamurocho.
There's a big skyscraper. Yeah, it's called
horrendous.
The Millennium Tower.
It looks alright. I like the Millennium Tower.
It's an iconic building. Yeah. And guess where it's built smack dab on top of?
It's built.
Remember that empty lot?
Remember that empty lot? This is
what
came from that.
That Kamurocho revitalization project was to build a giant building for boss fights, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, presumably there are, we get to see a couple of the other floors in the other games. Presumably
there's a lot of funny things in this building.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in this building, and it might, actually for all we know, most of it is unoccupied. It could be. It's possible.
This is just empty office space.
But they did make money off of it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They probably just built this giant building and then sold it back to the city for a huge profit and then called it a day. Or I guess maybe they just sold the land to the project. I'm not sure. Either way, instead of an empty lot and the Kamuro shopping district, the entire thing has been replaced with a giant skyscraper. This is the reason that Yakuza 0 happened. The whole joke is that it's kind of a wink and a nod to the big Millennium Tower that will be here for the rest of the series. That's one thing you gotta know.
Yep. You gotta know.
You gotta know. Kiryu reaches the street. He walks under the Tenkaichi archway thing, the gate. A guy who in the dub is named Punk Ass Abe walks up to him.
No. First.
Oh yes.
First, you're walking down Tenkaichi Street, and about halfway before you get to Punk Ass
Abe,
you run into our boy. It's our boy Majima.
It's Goro Majima. He also looks exactly the same after 10 years.
Yeah, nobody aged. He comes
Just
up behind you.
Just a reminder to all of our listeners that Majima has been going sicko mode for 17 years now.
Yeah, he's just been fully nutty with it
He's been vibing for a very long time.
Yeah. So he comes up behind you and he's like, "Hey, dude. Hey, Kiryu. What's up? What's up, Kiryu-chan, man? It's been 10 years, man. I'm happy to see you again. It's great seeing you. I love you, man. Come on, hug. Come on." And Kiryu's like, "Damn, that was fast. How'd you find me so fast?" And he said, "Yeah, I knew you was going to get out of prison, and that's the word on the street, so I've been looking for you. And I told you I'm going to keep my eye on you 24/7. So, I think, it's going to be great. You want to fight? Do you want to fight?" And
Kiryu's like, "I've just got put on parole."
"No, dude, I don't want to fight. Of course I don't want to fight. I didn't want to fight you before. I don't want to fight you now." And Majima says, But what he did? But
what if you fought me a lot?
Also, see, here, there's this, you're rusty, Kiryu. You don't have the strength you used to. You've been in prison for 10 years. You didn't fight anyone.
Except for that one guy.
Except for that one guy on your second day there, and after that you didn't get any fights, and you were a good boy. But now you have to be a bad boy, and I snuck up behind you, no problem. I could have killed you. Kiryu-chan. What if I had done that?
What if you had done it on accident?
What if I had stabbed you? What if I had killed you? Kamurocho's really dangerous these days, man. It's not as plush as it used to be. Good old Kamurocho, really.
Good old Kamurocho.
Just a great place to live. But like, if you don't toughen up a little, man, you're gonna get eaten alive. So like, we should fight to train. And yeah, and Kiryu's like, no, I'm not. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. And Majima says, well, okay, change my mind. Fight me. Change my mind. Fight me right here, right now. So Kiryu accepts the fight. You fight Majima, who is using his Mad Dog of Shimano style that you unlock at the end of Zero.
Same game engine, so it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Animations and
shit. He's got the same like rush combo and everything. Like he does not have like any additional moves from what he had then. No. And he's very extremely hard, and you'll probably lose to him if this is your first time playing. But I'm on New Game Plus, so I did actually beat him. It was still very hard. Yeah. And if I hadn't had healing items in my inventory that I carried over from the previous time loop, I wouldn't have beaten him. But I did beat him. And it's the exact same outcome. It doesn't matter. It changes like one sentence. So either way, you either beat or don't beat him, and Kiryu says, ugh, God, he's like bent over double. He's not feeling very good. And he's like, oh God, yeah, you're right. I am rusty. I'm not moving like I used to. And Majima says, yeah, dude, I told you, and if you keep being like that, someone's gonna kill you. So
it's probably gonna be Majima.
You need to unlock that strength that you used to have, and you may have lost your strength, but you still got those beautiful eyes that I love.
Beautiful bone structure.
Beautiful eyes. I see a strength in those eyes that could exceed even what you used to be, Kiryu. And this is our introduction to like upgrading, and also upgrading Dragon of Dojima style, which, if you tried to use it in that last fight,
sucks so much.
It sucks.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. So like, just a kind of a primer on the amount of things you have lost. You don't have finishing moves. Your rush combo only has 2 hits. It's extremely slow. You can't use heat moves. You probably can't even grab. Your quick steps suck. It's just like, it is the worst. The whole thing is
awful.
It's awful. Completely
it's the
busted.
Classic Metroid showing you what you have so you can take it all away. But Argyle, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to get this back? Because I need to be able to fight like a dragon.
Majima says, well, I'll help you get back into tip-top shape, and then once you're done, you'll be really strong, and we can have a real fight. We can have a real fight, and you can, I don't know, beat me. And this is our introduction to Majima Everywhere.
This boy is everywhere.
This boy is everywhere. So, throughout the course of the game, you can encounter Majima wandering on the street, hiding under manhole covers,
dressed hanging up off different funny characters,
hanging off of street lamps, just hiding under the big traffic cones on Nakamichi Street, inside of convenience stores and other places. There's a whole bunch of places you can find him. He is everywhere after all. And if he finds you, if you run into him, you gotta fight him. And when you fight him, you'll rank up your Majima Everywhere bar. And once you rank it up far enough, you'll be able to do like an extra big special event where he might wear a funny costume, or he might, there might be a bigger battle, something like that. And you do it, and you'll unlock like a Dragon of Dojima upgrade. And
Yay.
this is the basics of how you progress your
cost?
Upgrade your Dragon of Dojima style. And it's fun at first. But it can quickly become kind of tiring as you try to grind out some of the more arcane and obtuse ones, let's say, and also
Majima,
just build up that bar very slowly at the higher ranks.
Here's the thing. The more you fight Majima, it's not that he gets harder, it's that he gets, like, hardier, and he gets more health, and he takes longer. And the thing is that to fully upgrade the dragon style, which, by the way, I never bothered to. Like, I love the funny, like, oh, you never know where he's going to show up next. You'll never know what crazy thing Majima's going to do. To fully upgrade dragon style, I feel like you need to fight him at over 100 times. It might even be like 150. It might even be more. I don't remember.
You need to do a lot of fights. You need to do a lot of side activities. You need to do Pocket Circuit. You need to do the titty bug anime girl game. God. You got to do it all.
You really got it. Really is like a thing that necessitates completion.
And I've done it. I've done all of it.
Since you're the Kiwami correspondent, I give you permission to not do this yourself since you've already done it.
We'll check in. I'm thinking we'll check in with Majima every once in a while. You know, I'll go over some of the bigger events, like some of the things
I think the bigger events and some of the funny places and things are worth being on the podcast. I do not think it is necessary for you.
But as far as generalizations, yeah. Well, Majima's here. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. You know it. You love it. It's a meme. He is.
The thing about Majima,
and it is fun for a while.
Is that
and then
the thing about Majima,
and then by the end, it's just fucking infuriating.
The thing about Majima in Yakuza 1 is that he wasn't a popular character yet. So beyond the Majima Everywhere, he appears, I believe, 2 times after. Well, I guess 3 times total. I want to say maybe 4. So I think because of how popular he is in the other games, and also in Yakuza 0, they put Majima Everywhere in just so they could shove him into the game to make people happy, because Majima is so popular.
Yeah.
So
I think and I do want to say he uses all 4 styles that he has fun. In 0. And
you have to fight Link Breaker style.
Yeah.
Which sucks, by the way.
Yeah, I think it kind of sucks to fight all of them, because the thing is, these are styles that are meant to be fought with and not fought against. So yep. I think that's kind of why it doesn't work very well. It's just Craig. It's fine. He does that every time. It's fine. Anyways, yeah, I think the Majima Everywhere thing, it's fun. I like the conceit of it, but it can get just absolutely tiring, especially like just fighting his against his styles can just be like, oh, I'm just stun locked for like 10 minutes now and I can't do anything. I just need to wait until this attack ends.
Yeah. Ugh. It's bad. But it's Majima. What are you gonna do? I guess Majima's trick is wasting your time for the entire game. But fortunately for me, I don't have to worry about it because I'm playing in the PS2 version. Do you have anything else to say about Majima Everywhere?
No, I that's all I've got to say about it. You can find him once in this chapter. Like, you can fight him. He will show up. Like, I think you can even see him, like, in Papo or something, but, you can only see him the one time before his
the Majima Madness doesn't start.
His bar maxes out and you can't see him in this chapter.
Yeah. The Majima Madness doesn't really start until what, chapter 4 or 5? Probably chapter 4.
Possibly.
So now that we've had that happen to us, Kiryu, remember that guy? His name was fucking, what was his name? Tamura? Yeah, and Ida, he was the journalist guy. Kiryu's like...
Aoki,
yeah. He's like, I remember from 10 years ago, the day that I went to jail.
He wrote for Tamura SPA! Magazine, my favorite
He told me
publication.
if I ever needed anything to find him in the city, so I'll do that. And then that's when punk-ass Abe shows up in the PS2. I don't know if this happens in Kiwami. This guy shows up and he says, fight me! That's when I learned, good news, everyone. Even in the original game, bikes are still the dominant strategy. They are still everywhere, and they are still plentiful. So
yeah, this is the secondary system for Yakuza Kiwami. Bikes everywhere. Except that just powers you up all the time. When you beat up punk ass Abe, I don't know what his name is in the It's Kiwami. Abe. It's still Abe.
It's Abe.
I was actually having fun imagining that it's Abe as in Abraham.
It's punk ass Abe.
He says punk ass Abraham. Abraham Lincoln's like shitty younger brother, way younger, like 200 years.
Punk ass Abe tells us that he's just on the lookout because apparently someone got killed right down the street the other day. Kiryu's like, oh, what the fuck? And he says, well, I really gotta go talk to Aoki, the reporter. And then on his way down the street, we get approached by a guy who goes by Kamaki's apprentice.
Wait,
Remember
we do?
Kameki? Huh? What?
We do?
Yeah, in the PS2 one, you get approached by Kamaki's apprentice. He says that he's his name is Oki, and he's the apprentice of a grandmaster of martial arts, Sotaro Komaki. Now, remember that guy that we kept neglecting in our Yakuza 0 playthrough? Sotaro Komeki?
Yeah.
He what if he was in this game, and he changed one letter in his name, and he confused me for the rest of my life? Do you know how often I mix up? His name is actually Kamaki. He's Kiryu's famous martial arts teacher. He will be in basically every other game. and his name is Komaki, but he's Kameki in Yakuza 0 because he's like using a fake name. And because of that, I never remember what his name is. So if I ever call him Kameki, that's why. It's Yakuza 0's fault.
Yeah, so he's Komaki. He is in Kiwami, but we have not met him yet.
No, he'll show up later.
Or even his assistant.
Yeah.
That guy is just straight up not in Kiwami. I'm surprised at something being in one that isn't in.
He's that awful kind of video game tutorial where, because he's only there to teach you how to guard and dodge. But he does it by just telling you.
So he actually does. You actually get a low combat thing too. Okay.
No. That I was gonna say he does the horrible video game thing of just telling you in text how to do a mechanic.
Oh, I see.
You know, because you would never need to learn how to guard or dodge in Yakuza. That's not an important thing to teach you through gameplay. You know, when they were teaching you how to do a heat move 8 times.
Absolutely not.
No. So now we go meet up with Aoki. He knew Kiryu was in prison. He said it was in the papers. Kiryu asks where Tamura was, and then he says that Tamura beefed it 5 years ago.
Let's get the sad sub-story music for Tamura.
Yeah, the sad sub-story. Tamura, he went on a case 5 years ago. He had faith that he knew Kiryu. He knew that you didn't do it because he had faith that you would never kill a person. He disappeared 5 years ago on this very day, and
they fished a concrete smothered body out of the river.
Yeah, and he always wore his seatbelt. His sister worked at the Cabaret Grand, Kiryu.
Oh no!
And he says, I owe him everything. I'll give you information for free, in honor of Tamura, and then you can just ask him about things. I don't know what he tells you in Kiwami, but in PS2 he tells you about Stardust, Serena, and Nakamichi Street.
No, it's the same thing in Kiwami.
Yeah. What happened on Nakamichi Street?
I didn't bother asking him more than one question, actually.
Well, I'll tell you what he says. He says that Stardust is a popular host club. Host clubs didn't exist 10 years ago, but now they're all over the place. Host clubs are just like hostess clubs, but with handsome men instead of ladies. Yeah. And Stardust is like the biggest one in Kamurocho. Serena is closed today, but Reina's still running the bar. And apparently, like, these executive kind of lounges like Serena are on their way out. But he knows that it was open because there were delivery people coming in and out of the bar today. And then most importantly, on Nakamichi Street, a top Tojo captain was killed, and that's why there's a ton of cops, which means you can't go over there yet. So
okay, I just figured that was what happened.
Yeah. So. And he says that it's there's an internal conflict going on in the Tojo clan. Hilariously, after you leave, there's another guy who's like, I'll give you information for 1,000 yen. And I was like, well, I mean, I can't turn that down. So I gave him 1,000 yen, and he's like, did you know that some guy got killed on Nakamichi Street? He was a high-ranking captain of the Tojo clan. And I was like, great.
Good stuff. Thanks, man.
Thanks for the info.
Good shit. Wow, you're the best information dealer in all of
I'm so glad. I only had like 30,000 yen, so I spent a significant chunk of the money I have in my pocket on this information.
Great.
Thanks for the $10, pal. I'm gonna go buy a pizza.
I'm gonna go buy a Pizza La Pizza. Hey, for $1,000, I can tell you that your name is Kiryu Kazuma. Thanks. So we gotta go to Stardust now. Yay.
Let's go to Stardust. Let's go straight there.
There is, I will say, just so we don't need to ignore it, but on the way, there's an intro to sub-stories. All the sub-stories in this game are, for the most part, kind of
It's not mandatory. You can miss it.
No. I think it's mandatory in the 2005 one. This woman just goes, oh, Kiryu, you groped me. You got to give me lots of money. And then a guy comes up and he's like, you groped her, I'll kill you, or you give me the money. And then you fight him. And then she says, oh, I'm lying. Goodbye. And then that's the sub. Sucks.
Wow. Yeah, it's a sub story on the level of like a Red Dead Redemption side of the road encounter.
Yeah, except it doesn't have like a twisted ending like what if the guy's wife was a skeleton.
Well, I mean, I don't mean a Red Dead Redemption side story with actual characters. I mean one of the things you see on the side of the road that's just someone like, help, I need a ride to town, and then they just pull you off your horse and you
cannibal. Shoot them. There's a lot of twisted ones. There's like,
oh,
I'm on the side of the road. I'm setting up this dynamite. Hope it doesn't boom. And then his wife, he's a skeleton now.
The one where the guy gets kicked in the head while he's shoeing his horse is pretty fun one.
God,
I love that one.
The Wild West. They sure was wild. What happens at Stardust?
You go to Stardust, and you're there for about 2 seconds, just standing out front. Before.
By the way, Stardust is literally like within spitting distance of Sarah and I. Reina could stick her head out the window, and she could throw. She could throw Kazuki a stamina if he was in the middle of a boss fight.
Yeah, she could, and she should.
She could. Yeah, she really should.
And this big host comes up behind you. Is like, "Hey, asshole, what are you doing here? We said we ain't paying no protection money. Come on, what?" You should.
I love that this is the voice that you're using for a character who will appear in almost every other video game.
Yeah, I don't know. I just went with my first instinct.
Your first Yakuza character voice. I need to tell you that this man, no one in this game swears more than this guy. He says
"great
fuck" at least twice a sentence. He says that Kiryu's a fuckhead. He says he says a lot of things. Kiryu does, and I'm very sorry, everyone. And once again, this is not my Kiryu. This is not Kiryu that I know. This is American Kiryu. He does call this character the R word that we don't use, and that sucked to hear a lot.
Ouch.
Yeah. And I said, this is definitely not Kiryu. Kiryu would never say that kind of word at a person, ever.
Yeah, no, he's respectful.
Yeah, so Kiryu and this host, whose name is Yuya, and he's in almost every other game, by the way.
Yeah, he's like, hey, look, who are you, Shimano family? And Kiryu just says, no, dude, I'm not Yakuza.
I'm not a Yakuza.
I'm just here to see Kazuki. And he's like, yeah, whatever, fuck you. We're not going to pay your protection money. We built up this club on our own with no help from the Yakuza. Cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm music. And we're not going to let you barge in on our territory and, push us around. So fucking fight me. Fuck you. So you fight him. He's not that hard.
I don't actually know if you have to fight him. Oh, I guess you do fight him in 2005.
There's no way you don't fight him.
After you fight him, the owner of the club who we were coming to look for, Kazuki, is here. He's like, Yuya, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you fighting? Kazuma sent him.
Yeah, this is my best friend. You're Kiryu, right?
I am now one of the 3 men that Kiryu knows. So we're now best friends. He says, come with me, I'll give you some information. Let's go to the balcony, indoor balcony of why am I saying that? It's the 2nd floor of Stardust. Well, I guess it is like a sort of balcony within the
I mean, it's like overlooking the rest of the club.
Yeah.
It's like the VIP balcony sort of thing. Yeah. That Kiryu always gets to sit in because he's always the VIP.
He's the most specialist, veriest, importantest person, so.
Mm-hmm. So you go up there. And, they're apologizing. Oh, Yuya's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know who you were. And Kazuki explains, Kazuma is my friend. He helped me start Stardust. He gave me a lot of help starting out. A lot
of money.
He didn't make me pay protection or anything. But, I owe him a lot. And he told me just a few days ago about you. And that he needed to meet with you here off the record with the family.
Yeah.
Before he says there's been a traitor within the Tojo clan, but before he can say who it is, there's a commotion from downstairs.
Oh, did you also not mention, I don't know if this is in Kiwami, but he mentioned specifically that
he says that Chairman Sarah got fucking killed.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chairman Sarah.
Rest in peace, Master Sarah.
It's really funny. It sucks. It's funny.
Play the sad sub-story music again.
I'll play the sad sub-story music. It's really funny because Yakuza, they make Yakuza 0 with the knowledge that these characters will all be in Yakuza 1. So they create Chairman Sarah to be this extremely important character, and he's super cool, and we all like Sarah, and he's pretty rad, and he has a great boss fight, and then they just kill him off screen in Yakuza 1.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Justice for Sarah. I feel bad.
Yeah, they could. I
wish I could go to his funeral.
We never get to see a scene of him getting murdered or even fighting back or anything.
He happens completely off screen.
He presumably got shot in the back of the head while he was eating a bowl of spaghetti.
I'm pretty sure the implication is that the big police nonsense that was happening on Nakamichi Street was because Chairman Sarah was killed there.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's what I assumed.
Yeah, he also says that after Dojima died, a lot of the Dojima men went to the Kazuma family, and then all of a sudden a big schism happened within the family, because a lot of people joined and then before he can say what they all joined, a bunch of Yakuza start, and then they make a...
Yeah, it's the Shimano family. Yuya's having it out with them. They have actually shown up this time and they say that, we're just here to have a good time.
Yeah, we can't just party it up here.
The Mucinex monster is one of them.
The Shimano family really is... Shimano, we say he's Wario, but is Shimano really not just one of the a Mucinex monster who has to be given the control over a Yakuza family?
Yeah, he's hiding out underneath your toenails. I think
just a flesh-colored...
I think that's a different gross medicine commercial.
He's just a flesh-colored Mucinex monster.
Yeah, that's the worst kind of mucus you can have
really
is flesh-colored.
Yeah, you don't want your mucus to be that colored.
Yeah, you have been getting some bad shit up your nose if that's what's coming out.
Yep. So they're here to cause trouble. Kazuki is just like, I want my guests to have a great time. So here, take a big envelope full of money. Someone important is here, and just be on your way. And then Yuya's like, don't give him money. I've had this whole thing out there. Remember? I just said, don't give the Yakuza money. Remember? And then Kazuki's like, and then they all start yelling, and then Kiryu just punches one of them in the face. And then Kiryu
and he says,
well,
hey, Kazuki, I think Yuya has a good point. You don't need
he says, don't pay these stupid fucks.
Great.
I don't know this man. I've never met this man before in my life. So Shimano's men say, let's fucking go. Let's fight.
Let's fucking go. You fight them.
One of them pulls out a gun. This fight is a lot more... Well, first of all, you're on New Game Plus, so it doesn't matter because you're strong.
None of the
this fight is a lot more substantial in Yakuza Kiwami than it is in the original.
A lot more what?
Substantial. It takes a lot longer. I remember
it taking a while in the original too, because like the head guy does have like a pretty big amount of health.
Yeah, and you're weak Kiryu now. Like you don't have all your abilities unlocked, and you know there's just a lot of chairs, and it just takes forever. And then I played 2005, and this fight is over in like 20 seconds flat.
Oh,
so
really?
It works for me. Yeah.
Okay. There's not really much to do here. He can go into the like Kiwami heat move state for the rush style one, which you probably don't have at this point because it's like almost impossible to get the amount of experience you need to unlock it. But I do have
Did we say how the level up system in this game works? Because it's an experience point system.
Yeah, which was used in previous games.
Yeah.
And basically
we've gotten rid of...
So you get experience points by eating, by fighting, mostly by fighting. If you do not try to grind experience by eating, it's not worth it. Like you get almost nothing.
No.
And every 1,000 experience points you get a little upgrade token point.
In some of the games, they're called soul orbs, I think. I don't think it is in this one.
Those are slightly different.
Yeah.
Like, this is the same upgrade system that is in Yakuza 3. Like, the exact same one, and presumably 1 and 2 as well.
Yeah, I believe so. Did they get rid of do they not use the upgrade tree? They don't use the upgrade tree in in Zero for Kiwami, right?
No, they do use the upgrade tree, but instead of being subdivided into your different styles, it's kind of mixed and matched, like based on different like disciplines. So you've got I like based on like the different games. So you've got like soul, body.
Oh yeah, soul, body, and heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
you've got all those things, and then you've got a fourth one for Dragon of Dojima style, which you can't put upgrade points into because it's you already explained.
In Yakuza 2005, you don't know what you're unlocking when you unlock it. It's just called something. It's just like Phoenix Spirit. I mean, it's things that you'll recognize from the other games, but then you're like,
if you play the other games,
is this a move? Is this a passive ability?
Vermilion Phoenix Spirit. I know what that means.
Yeah.
Just nodding.
Great. So that kind of is busted, but yeah, this is a full-on experience points, experience bar. You're no longer eating money. You're just kind of spending the points. The games sometimes are very inconsistent with how their upgrades work, because Yakuza 1 and 2 I think have their own system, and then 3, 4, and 5 all use the soul orbs, and then once they get to 6...
3 uses the experience bar system too.
Does it? And then 4 and 5 use the soul orbs. And then once they get to 6 and presumably maybe 7, and also Kiwami 2, things get real nutty. We'll be talking about that next
really
game. It gets wild, but it's fun. So Kiryu beats up the Shimano family boys, and but the last one, the guy with the gun, like points it at Kiryu.
I recognize you now. You're that guy who offed Patriarch Dojima all those years ago. I could kill you and have bragging rights for the rest of my life.
Sounds exactly like he does in the dub.
I mean, there's not really that many goon voices you can summon up, right?
Exactly.
Like,
they're all like that.
So he points his gun at Kiryu, but right before he pulls the trigger, somebody else shoots the gun out of his hand. It's Shinji.
He's wearing a cool trench coat now to show that time has passed.
He's been on TV tropes in the last 10 years. He's wearing a badass long coat now.
He's wearing a duster and he's wearing fingerless gloves. With the little studs on them, so if he punches you, they hurt real bad.
He's got the Star Platinum gloves on.
He's got a scar over his eye. He doesn't.
We're joking. He's only got the coat. He's still wearing the purple shirt, but he's wearing the coat on top of it.
Does the coat kind of get canceled out by the purple shirt, or does it enhance the effect even more?
I think it kind of enhances it. I think he kind of pulls it off. I think it looks all right. I still think it's a little. I think it's still a little like try hard, like, ooh, I'm wearing a cool coat now, but
I don't think that you can wear a cool coat in the Yakuza without other Yakuza making fun of you.
Yeah, we'll see plenty of cool coat Yakuza, and they're all worthy of being made fun of.
Can you fucking imagine if at the end of Yakuza 0, Kiryu walked in to Serena and he's like, I found a new suit, it really spoke to me, and he's wearing a duster?
Nishiki says, absolutely not, dude. And he says,
no.
Yeah, I think you're right. And he takes it off.
I'll buy that gray suit that I saw. So Shinji's cool now. He's still got that libido, unless you're playing the dub. They went back up to the like VIP lounge, and Shinji says, Kiryu's like, oh, right, you were about to tell me who betrayed Kazuma. And Shinji says, it was Nishiki. He splintered off of the Kazuma clan, and he was backed by Terada of the Omi Alliance. Remember that guy?
Again.
He came up again. And Shinji is in the Nishiki family now, and Kiryu's like, how could you betray Kazuma? What have you done?
Kazuma, like, told him to go to the Nishiki family.
Kazuma literally said, go and join the Nishiki family to keep an eye on this sweet boy.
Yeah, and he's a lieutenant advisor now, so, just also be on your grind while you're doing it.
Make that cash. Go to the soaplands with all the money you're making.
Well, what that money?
Yeah, buy more. Just like your dad, buy more cum diapers. So Kiryu says, "Can I see Kazuma?" Shinji says that he's at Tojo headquarters until the funeral because Chairman Sarah got murked, so he's having a funeral tomorrow. And also, by the way, Kiryu, 10 billion yen got stolen out of the bank account, and no one knows why. And then the second that information was unveiled, Sarah got his brains blown out, so that's
somebody
probably had
hacked into Masaru Sera's cash.me and took all of his money.
Masaru Sera wired a $10 billion out of his PayPal with the note Dio Obama, and it just got completely lost in the wires. Yeah, he got to. Chairman Sera was banned off of PayPal and then banned off of this earth. So Kiryu says, "I'm going to the funeral. I gotta pay my respects."
And Kazuki's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? What? You're gonna get
Everyone's
killed?"
gonna be there. Everyone, literally, the entire Tojo clan is gonna be at the funeral tomorrow. And Kiryu's like, "I don't fucking care."
Shinji says, "You're not gonna convince him otherwise, dude. Once he's got his mindset, he's done."
He says, "Kiryu, speak to me once you've gone out to Papo and bought a bunch of bento boxes because you can't get to the pharmacy yet, and then come back to me later, okay?" And then Kiryu says, "Okay, I'll do that." That's what I did. And then once you speak to him, the chapter ends.
I had a bunch of toughness emperors in my inventory already.
Well, good for you, Mr. New Game Plus. I didn't. Fuck you. I'm sick of your bullshit with your I'm all the way leveled up. I already did that in Yakuza 0, but I don't have that privilege anymore. You want to tell me what else you got? You got the Marlin cannon? You got anything special that's going to help you with the next boss fight? Yeah, I've got the
special Konpaito, iron knuckles that are really good with rush style and do a ton of damage. I've got like the really good umbrella. I don't think I have the Marlin cannon. Like I think I always just use it and then sell it or trash it. I've got a bunch of good weapons. Just thinking,
speaking of New Game Plus and speaking of Majima everywhere, first of all, I'm thinking about how Mr. Shakedown is gone forever.
Oh, don't worry, he'll show up next chapter. For me.
Can you imagine if they... Because Majima Everywhere is kind of the evolution of Mr. Shakedown.
Yeah, and I like it more than Mr. Shakedown just because, I mean, despite what I said about him being frustrating at times, it is more fun than fighting Mr. Shakedown.
Yeah, fighting Mr. Shakedown is absolutely a chore, and I'm glad that we'll never have to fight him again. But I do like to imagine a version of Yakuza 0 where they had ported the Mr. Shakedown Majima Everywhere technology together so that, like, instead of just seeing him in the street, it's like you're at karaoke and he walks in and he's just like, fight me!
Fight me!
I spent 20 billion yen on singing lessons, Kiryu. I'm the greatest singer in the world.
If you can get more points in Baka Mitai than I can, then I'll give you all of the money I have.
Doesn't that just sound much more fun?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my Sega hire me. That's my recommendation. I'm really an idea guy. And that's how I think you could prove that. Anyway, Kiryu's gonna go fight the entire Tojo clan next chapter, so get excited for that.
Yeah, get excited for that. I am.
I don't know if we logistically
in chapter 3, Funeral of Fists.
Yeah, we don't usually say the chapter names before, but Funeral of Fists
is
just
I say Funeral of Fists so many times just in a given day or week.
It's just the most perfect set series of 3 words that has ever been constructed.
It's cellar door. It's our cellar door, but for the Yakuza
Funeral
series.
of Fists. Yeah, it really is the cellar door. Funeral of Fists.
It's just a series of words that I like to hear, I like to say, I like to type even.
I like to think about it. Yeah,
so like
get excited for next week when Kiryu single-handedly fights basically everyone in the Tojo clan. It's gonna be lit. It's good. And that's the chapter.
That's the chapter.
We got it. So let's
also next week we're gonna have Roy of the Roy on the show.
Yes, if nothing falls through, if schedulings line up, we'll have Roy on next week.
Yes.
So that'll be fun. Let's move into questions. We got 3 of them. No, we've got 2 of them. My bad. If you have a question, you can send them in.
Oh, look at this motherfucker. Can't even count to 3.
Yeah, much like Valve, I don't do 3 well. Hey,
gamers.
Just a bit of a joke for the gamers and geeks out there. So if we have a Twitter, it's twitter.com/podcast-ga-gotoku. I make a post there every week, letting you know that the chapter is going on, and you can leave us a question on that post. We have 2 questions. One of them is from a friend of the show, Sarah, at Sarah McCostumes on Twitter. Shout out to Sarah for watching.
Blitzing through all of Yakuza Kiwami.
All the cutscenes, so now she knows what happens.
Just completely beside themselves, just...
Believe we're getting Sarah on for an episode.
Chapter 7.
All right. This question says, Dear PGG, I have this friend who constantly wants to hang out. He's really cool, but also very intense, and sometimes I'm just not feeling the vibe. How do I get him to stop? I'm pretty sure he fancies me, so I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I don't want to lead him on either.
You can just tell me, Sarah. You don't have to, subtweet me.
Look, I would recommend, first of all, just giving him, first of all, letting him down gently, just saying that you just want to be friends, tell him that, ask him to order you a Pizza La Pizza, have that pizza together, and then just sort of give him the news. First of all, tell him that you can't order a Pizza La Pizza at the Smile Burger, you need to stop doing that to the service employees, and then also, maybe, well, just be friends. Let's be friends.
Or you can fight him in 150 distinct and unique ways, and fill up his fight bar until you have one final fight, and he says, that was good. But I see.
Now, if that friend kidnaps someone very close to you and then makes you fight to get that person back, that's definitely a red flag for your relationship.
Yeah.
If that person maybe crashes a truck into anything, that's another sign that you might want to just back out of that. Maybe just kind of... I don't recommend ghosting people, but maybe just break
I don't know,
that
it
whole
might be better to
situation
just
off.
excise him out of your life doing stuff like
If you need to move, if you need to change your name and address to avoid this person.
You can tell us, Sarah. Look, if you need any help,
Sarah, we
here
care
for
about you, and if this person tries to kill you with their breakdancing skills, that is a bad thing that would happen.
Yeah,
it took me way longer than it should have for me to get the joke of this question.
What joke?
Oh, nothing. Here's a question from friend of the show, Dan, Mike_Dawson on Twitter, with a 0, by the way, not an O. This says, what are the best and worst things from 1995 to 2005 Kiryu missed while in prison, besides my birth? That's me saying that, not Dan.
My birth.
Yeah, and your birth. What does Kiryu miss? He missed the mid to late 90s, and he missed 9/11. Do you think he heard about that when he was in prison?
No.
Do you think that a guard, first of all, Kiryu does not know that the area outside of Japan, anything beyond the borders of Japan exists, except for maybe China and Korea, just because he knows people who are from there.
I think he's aware of America.
I think he knows that America exists as a concept, but if you
it's abstract. I mean, he thinks of America in the same way that people from the 1500s thought of America.
Yeah, as just a distant something or other. There's nothing there. So actually, I don't think of the news. I don't think that Kiryu would have cared that much about 9/11, just for lack of from out of sheer ignorance.
Pogs. He missed out on Pogs.
He missed Pogs. He never has seen an episode of Full House, which makes sense because he does live in Japan. So
Full House
seems
started
like something
in the 90s.
Did it? I might be.
In the 90s, but 95. When did it start? When did Full House?
When did the last episode of Full House
happen? First
happen?
episode was in 1987, so he could have seen Full House by the time that Yakuza 0 started, and it actually ended in 1995.
Oh yes, Kiryu. No, Kiryu did not miss the final episode of Full House. He would have been out of jail.
He got to see the final episode of Full House, which I'm pretty sure is the one where Michelle gets amnesia from riding a horse and falling off.
That's the one where Michelle goes guns out and starts. Yeah,
that one too.
What else has Kiryu missed? I feel like he's let's see. He missed Shrek. Shrek came out in 2001.
Finding Nemo.
He might have even missed Shrek 2.
He missed a few Pixar movies. Yeah, I think Shrek 2. I was pretty young when Shrek 2 came out. Yeah, that was 2004. So he missed Shrek 2. He missed both. He missed
American
the two
Idol.
good Shrek movies. Shrek 3 came out and he saw it and he's like, wow, this is dog shit. Why didn't I like the first? Shrek 1 and 2 are good. Fuck you.
No, get out of here. They're all bad.
Up. No, shut up.
Fun fact I learned from Slappers Only is that Harry Gregson Williams, the composer of Metal Gear, is also the composer of Shrek.
Yeah, I just scrolled down on the Shrek 2 Google results and I am seeing that right now. Music by Harry Gregson Williams. Good shit, man. Good
Snake
shit.
Eater composer and composer of Shrek doing a big ol' fart in a bathtub. Same guy. We get one more. I just am enjoying this question of things that Kiryu missed. What's one more thing that Kiryu didn't get to experience because he was...
This is completely centered on I don't know, something that happened in Japan.
Oh, you know what? Kiryu fully missed the N64 and the GameCube.
No. Yeah.
Did he miss the N64? When did the...
No.
I know he missed the GameCube.
Yeah, he definitely missed the debut of the GameCube, its heyday. The Wii was almost out by the time.
Jeez, Kiryu. Do you know something that really fucked me up outside of the scope of this question? Just in terms of I always forget about the, nowadays with consoles being more powerful.
He did miss the Nintendo 64.
Holy shit, he missed the 64 and the GameCube, Kiryu. That is so sad. Though unlike Ichiban, we don't know the extent of how much of a gamer he was.
That's why Nishiki got so twisted. He got beat in a game of Smash by the other members of the Dojima.
That's
said,
sad.
Wow, Nishiki, you're so fucking bad at Smash. You're never gonna get good.
Nishiki, you're never gonna learn how to air dash. Come on, Nishiki.
He wasn't good at the original, and he wasn't good at Melee. He didn't know how to wave dash. He didn't know how to foxtrot or do dash dancing or any of that dog shit. And
Nishiki's the kind of guy who waits. He would just go after final Smash orbs, and that's how he wins any match. Kiryu is... We know Kiryu's good at fighting games because he plays Virtua Fighter all the time.
Nishiki doesn't know what final Smashes are because Super Smash Bros. Brawl didn't come out until 2008.
That's true. But I'm saying that had he bought a Wii, he would just be the guy who goes after the orbs, and that's how he wins. So the thing that fucks me up about Kiwami that I was thinking about, or not Kiwami, about Yakuza 1 that I was thinking about the other day is, I don't think about this that much, but because of the fact that technology on consoles is kind of caught up to PC, there's no longer a gigantic divide between PC games and other games in terms of graphics. Mm-hmm. So I did not even think about Half-Life 2 came out a year before Yakuza. Wow. And that really broke my brain. Fact that Half-Life 2 graphically still kind of holds up.
Yeah, it still looks pretty alright.
And it came out a full year before Yakuza came out.
And how does Yakuza 1 look?
Yakuza 1 is, I mean, it looks like a PS2 game. I like PS2 games.
It looks like a PS. I think PS2 games that were, trying to look realistic probably look better than like PS3 games.
I think that older games have I think PS2 is like the perfect sweet spot of graphics in terms of the fact that they reached a point where they could make things look realistic, but also have a sort of cartooniness that keeps them from aging like shit. Like Heavy Rain looks awful now. Oof. Because they were going for realism on a PS3 and it aged like sour milk, as opposed to something like Shadow of the Colossus where the characters are realistically proportioned, but it's also very artfully created. Mm. And that's why I think that I can look at Yakuza and say, this looks like a PS2 game, and I like the way that looks, as opposed to looking at...
well, it's retro at this point,
Yeah, exactly. And I think the aesthetic is preserved in the other ones. Like replaying the HD Yakuza 3 when you can kind of... I mean, it's in HD, but you can see the old graphics. It looks good. It just looks like
some
of
the textures
game.
Look pretty bad. Majima's snakeskin coat. I am looking at you. Oof.
Yeah.
Not good to look at, buddy.
The PS2 holds up. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's a PS2 game. Anyways, that's all of our questions. Kiryu missed Half-Life 2. I guess that's a way to tie it back into our discussion. Thanks for the question,
Half-Life 3. We all missed Half-Life 3. Am I
right? Whoa! Kiryu goes to whoa! Damn! Kiryu's the guy who, when they announced Half-Life Alyx, he's like, it's not Half-Life 3. I'm not buying a VR for this. Just kidding. Kiryu has never owned a computer, and he definitely doesn't know what VR is, because...
if he tried VR, he might have a heart attack.
Dude, they put VR in Kamurocho in Judgment.
I know it's in Judgment.
Yagami loves...
but that Yagami is technologically literate individual.
I cannot fucking wait to talk
about
Judgment.
There is a sub-story in Yakuza 6 where Kiryu finds out what a Roomba is, and he is completely mystified by it.
I cannot wait to talk about Judgment for solely the purpose of having a character who knows what, like, an app is and not needing to get explained what it is. So get excited for that when we get there in fucking 80 games. Anyways,
nobody needs to explain to him what a cam girl is. He already knows.
Now why would anyone be explaining what a cam girl is in this franchise?
No,
that never happened. I think it's time we wrap this podcast up. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yes. Join us next week for Chapter 3, Funeral of Fists. I just wanted to say it one more time. Thank you all very much for listening to Podcast Gagotoku, aka Like a Podcast. Sorry we missed last week. We couldn't help it. Argyle had no other way to record. But
I'm sorry.
We'll probably be back next week unless, like, the ghost of Kuze curses me and I go blind or something. You can find us at yakuzapod.com. You can find us on Twitter at twitter.com/podcastgagotoku.
Hit clips. He did not get hit clips.
What song would Kiryu want on his hit clips if he could get one in prison? I was thinking Skater Boy.
Or Judgment.
That makes a lot of sense. He missed the release of Tonight. It was out after he got out. It must have debuted. It must have hit the charts when he was still in... You can find us on Twitter at Podcast Gagotoku. That's Podcast Gagotoku. Argyle, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Argyle_funk. You can also listen to my other podcast. It's called Pod of Greed. It's about Yu-Gi-Oh! That's POD of Greed. It's very good.
It's good. Are you folks in Egypt yet?
Oh yeah, we've been in Egypt. I said it last episode. We're in Egypt now.
You're in Egypt.
We're fucking there.
You can find me on Jerkin' It. It's a Secret Life of the American Teenager podcast. We watch a bad show. We watched a bad show. Now we're reading good fan fiction based on the bad show. We're almost done with our one of two fanfics, and then after that second fanfic, we're calling it a day, and we're ending the damn thing.
Damn.
So there will be
end of an era.
End of an era. It'll be months and months away, but the end is drawing close. And if you can find that at secretlifepod.com, and then my other podcast, episode 3 should be up on Saturday. It's called Slappers Only. It's me and Max from Pod of Greed. We listen to video game soundtracks and we talk about which songs slap. You can find that at twitter.com/slappersonlypod. I'm working on getting a URL up, but I keep forgetting to do so. Tune in next time.
There will be a Metal Gear Solid 3 episode.
Yes, our Snake Eater episode is recorded, and it's waiting to be edited, and I just keep forgetting to do it.
I sent submissions.
You did. You had your submissions lined up pretty well with my taste and Max's taste. Oh, really? So congratulations for being correct.
Yay!
That's enough about Slappers Only. Let's wrap this thing up. thank you all so much for listening. Thanks for bearing with us last week. And as always, Kiwami means extreme.
Bye-bye.
そうトゥーナ今夜もまたトゥーナため息つく一人きりじゃ上がけない思い出なトゥーナ近いのそうトゥーナ場所で待つよこんな夜はお前に会え